The project entitled Opera, that is, Opening Cultural Heritage to Communities during the Central Italy post-earthquake long-term restoration process, digital technologies and new competencies for cultural professionals, is co-funded by the Creative Europe program of the European Union. The project was conceptualized after the strong experience acquired by the Ministry of Culture after the Central Italy earthquake in 2016, preserving the cultural heritage so deeply damaged. It aims to convert the cultural heritage restoration process in an open access activity, firstly addressed to local communities affected by the earthquake in Marche region, but also to a wider international audience. In the region, the most affected territory, 1,664 historical listed churches and 1,223 listed buildings, including castles, palaces, and archaeological areas, were damaged or destroyed. From those listed buildings, more than 13,000 movable artworks with different levels of damage were removed and stored in temporary conservation centers. The two main aims of the project are to reveal as a cultural expression the cultural heritage restoration process currently ongoing in the territories affected by the earthquake, and to develop the capacity building of a multidisciplinary cultural operators team, which will include members of local communities and delegates of private and public stakeholders. The main values on which the project is based are sustaining the link between heritage local communities, assuming that the full restoration will be a long-term process, considering the large-scale landscape transformation process with transnational impacts, assuming that almost all the knowledge and technologies available on cultural heritage conservation are applied in that process. The project sets out from the awareness that the invaluable loss of the cultural heritage cannot be recovered merely by a material rebuilding that is surely a long-term process necessary for the next generation. However, this process seeks to give back to the population the immaterial values embedded in the cultural heritage, which are their identity, roots, tradition, and religion. The restoration field, therefore, requires a rich pattern of skills and creative steps from the typical and ordinary ones shared among restoration professionals as architects, artwork restorers, researchers, art managers, historians, to the most advanced technologies about preventive methods for heritage conservation and the social studies, in particular tourism and the audience development field. For this reason, the opera agreed some partnerships with Cyprus University of Technology, Digital Heritage Research Lab, University of Minho in Portugal, University of Ferrara in Italy, and University of Ljubljana. It has also equipped itself with a multidisciplinary team trained by 3 workshops dedicated to 3 strategic domains of heritage risk prevention. The base knowledge transferred to the cultural operators of the team concerns methods and tools to prevent risks and assess safety of cultural heritage. Digital technologies applied to cultural heritage, enhancement and promotion of the cultural heritage under restoration. The workshop participants were selected among artists as visual and performing arts, art restorers, cultural operators, undergraduate students, researchers and academic staff, public and ecclesial institution staff, local and national public and private bodies administrators, creative and cultural industries professionals and entrepreneurs. Regarding the current state of the project, it is undeniable that the COVID-19 pandemic is forcing the team to revise and to postpone several activities. Thanks to the efforts of all the team during the last year, 3 welcome webinars were organized to introduce the selected participants to each other. In May 2021, the selected cultural operators took part to the first workshop dedicated to digital technologies for knowledge and promotion of cultural heritage during the restoration and reconstruction process, organized online by the Cyprus University of Technology. The traditional and innovative methods for structural monitoring and safety assessment of built cultural heritage workshop was held in July 2021 in Portugal, Guimarães, organized by the University of Minho. Moreover, the Italian team is organizing the last workshop in Italy and specifically in the town of Camerino on the next September. After this preparatory period, the cultural operators team will be able to design audience development activities that will be carried out in cultural heritage restoration sites. In particular, they will be involved for design specific open yard events performed in 6 damaged locations, characterized by significant restoration activities on cultural heritage. The purpose is to set up an open access event in order to allow citizens' participations and to ensure transparency and knowledge all along the restoration process. Opening cultural heritage sites under restoration to communities is an effective way to reveal the cultural values generated by the restoration process to a wider and diversified audience. The selected work sites will be connected thanks to planned urban paths. Each site will be provided with multimedia boxes inside or outside the structure in order to foster the communication of contents linked to the restoration activities and to the artwork itself. A meet-up area will also facilitate the exchange between audience and restoration operators, provided with practical activities. Visual art or performing art events will also be organized within or nearby the sites so as to strengthen a sense of community. From the point of view of the local community and the people engaged in the project, they will benefit from several opportunities of cultural accessibility, knowledge exchange, and urban understanding. Citizens could regain an identity link among themselves as part of the same community and territory. As a consequence, they will proudly create a storytelling about their local tradition and history, becoming more conscious of the tourism potential of their territory. Thank you for your attention.